the Creator, which were free from all sinful purposes and as sweet as nectar, the Lord heartily laughed and accepted his prayer with a glance laden with love. The Lord, text 2, the Lord who had appeared from the nostril of Brahma sprang The Lord, who had appeared from the nostril of Brahma, sprang and aimed his mace at the chin of his enemy, the Hiranyaksha demon, who was stalking fearlessly before him. It's text 3. Struck by the demon's mace, however, the Lord's mace slipped from his hand and looked splendid as it fell down whirling. This was miraculous, for the maze was blazing wonderfully. Text 4. Even though the demon had excellent opportunity to strike his unarmed foe without obstruction, he respected the law of single combat, thereby, kind, thereby kindling the fury of the Supreme Lord. Text 5. As the Lord's mace fell to the ground, and a cry of alarm arose from the witnessing, witnessing crowd of the gods and the rishis, the personality of God had acknowledged the demon's love of righteousness and therefore invoked his Sudarshan discus. Text 6. As the discus began to revolve in the Lord's hand, and the Lord contended at close quarter with the chief of his Vaikuntha attendants, who had been born as Hiranyaksha, Jayavijay, a wild son of Diti. There issued from every direction strange expressions uttered by those who were witnessing from airplane. They had no knowledge of the Lord's reality, and they cried, "May victory attend you! Pray dispatch him! Play no more with him." Text 7. When the demon saw the personality of Godhead, who had eyes just like the lotus petals, standing in position before him, armed with his Sudarshan discus, his senses were overpowered with indignation. He began to hiss like a serpent, and he bit his lip in great resentment. Text 8. The demon who had fearful tusks stared at personality of Godhead as though to burn him. Springing from the air, he aimed his mace at the Lord, exclaiming at the same time, "You are slain." Text 9. O Saint Vidura, while his enemy looked on, the Lord in his bow form, the enjoyer of all sacrificial offerings, playfully knocked down the mace with with his left foot, even as it came upon him with the force of the tempest. Text 10. The Lord then said, "Take up your weapon and try again, eager as you are to conquer me." Challenged in this word, the demon aimed his mace at the Lord, and once more loudly roared. Text 11. When the Lord saw the mace flying towards him, he stood firmly where he was and caught it with the same ease as Garuda, the king of birds, would seize a serpent. Text 12. His valor thus frustrated, the great demon felt humiliated and was put to the countenance. He was reluctant to take back the mace when it was offered by the personality of Godhead. This is the last of my verse. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kishore Prabhuji. Even though you're not feeling so well, you kept your commitment and came for the service. I hope you feel better soon, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Sri Krishna Prabhu, whenever you're ready, you can start, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Thank you, Kishore Prabhuji. Thank you, Siddhartha Prabhu. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः वैराग्यविद्या निजभक्तियोगं शिक्षाश्रमेकं पुरुषपुराणं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यशरीरधारी कृपामुदितमहं प्रपद्ये हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today we are seeing this new chapter where Lord Varaha is about to slay Hiranyaksha Asura. So in the previous chapter, we have seen a wonderful fighting scene between the Lord and the Hiranyaksha, with basically the instruments used were Gada. Predominantly Gada was used, and basically the scene was very beautiful in terms of how a chivalrous fighting happens in this transcendental uh, fighting. The Lord, in many of the Lord's pastimes where the chivalrous fighting happens, there's always it starts with a samvadam, like the discussion, the words, sharp words from the demons is spoken, and then the Lord actually replies to those words. And then in this situation, Lord Varaha takes a humble position and then tries to test the demon. And then he is basically playing with him. But Lord Brahma, finally, he offers wonderful prayers. And he says that Hiranyaksha is very, very sinful, and he is basically giving so many difficulties to demigods, cows, brahmanas, and all the innocent people who are worshipping and dependent on the Lord Vishnu. So he puts very, very specific points just to get the Lord's attention, so that Lord doesn't actually waste any more time in playing with him. So even though Lord Brahma knows that Lord is so powerful, he can just kill Hiranyaksha just by his potencies only. He doesn't even have to fight. But still, he is witnessing the real fighting, and it is very, very nerve-wracking for him to see that the Lord is taking more time, and he doesn't want that to be happening. He is also saying some specific words that the Abhijit Muhurta is about to end. The Abhijit Muhurta, auspicious Muhurta, is about to end. The darkest time is actually evening is coming, where the demon gets extra power. So all these specific points Lord Brahma is saying in terms of prayers. This is like a request that he is putting at the lotus feet of the Lord. Now, in this chapter, Hiranyaksha demon is being killed by Lord Varaha. Now the chapter starts again with Maitreya Vacha. So Maitreya Muni is speaking now, and he's saying after Lord Brahma's prayers, he was saying it is free from all sinful purposes. So Avadarya Virinchashya. So it's like specifically mentioning this because if you look at all these Rakshasas, Daityas, who also offer wonderful prayers to Lord Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, and they worship him. But their intention is to conquer, intention is to get more power, and then show the control over the universe, try to destroy. All these intentions were behind those prayers. But Lord Brahma's prayers was not like that. He's not like praying the Lord, okay, keeping himself in the center that, okay, because of my, protection, you have to kill him. But his intention is free from all this ill intentions, like sinful tendencies. So that is a specific reason Maitreya Rishi is basically pointing out. And Lord, even though he knows Lord Brahma's heart, now he explicitly mentioned all these points. Now Lord actually he's laughing. Prahashya prema garbena, like he just laughing and then he's glancing at Lord Brahma with accepting his prayer, and then he's glancing with love, with affection, just like a children and father exchange. So he's glancing. And Prabhupada makes a point that the prayers of the demigods or devotees are free from all sinful purposes. This is a very, very important point. But on the other side, contrary, the Daityas or demons, they have some sinful purposes they want to fulfill. So those were the exact difference between the prayers by devotees and the prayers by demons. Now here we can also see like a lot of people worship Mother Kali. A lot of people worship, the ghost spirits, and all that different kind of worship happens, but they have the ill intention of a lot of these sinful desires. So then after hearing these words and smiling, the Lord basically here the Lord Varaha is mentioned as Akshaja. So Akshaja is one who appeared from the nostril of Brahma. So Ja means one who is born, like the word Pankaja, lotus, which is born from the mud. So here Akshaja is the word used for the Lord. So he basically, again, with all the valor, he was basically taking the Gada. So, and then he is swirling the Gada and aiming at the chin of Hiranyaksha again. So Akuta Bayam. So here the word used is Akuta Bayam. So Hiranyaksha was basically fearless. So far he has seen the Lord as taking a very humble position and playing with him. So basically, so far he's kind of very feeling very strong that he is going to win this war. So the word used is Akuta Bayam, like he's basically fearless, just stacking at the Lord. Now the Vihata Bhagavata Karat, so like from the Lord's hand, when he was striking the demon, this Gada basically is slipping. So Sa Hata Tena Gadaya. So the Gada was basically slipping from the hand of the Lord. And this scene is basically that it says that Adbhutam. So this scene is basically wonderful, miraculous. So again, we can see that the Lord Gada is slipping, and when it is slipping, it is just rolling, whirling, and then falling down. And when it is whirling, it is basically glittering. The Gada was so blazing and glittering that everybody is feeling, whoa, what a scene is this, very Arputam. So again, this is another example of Lord, whatever he does, even like in the war, Kshatriya's weapons, Shastra is very important. Even that Shastra is slipping from the hand of the Lord, it is mentioned here as Arputam. So whatever Lord does is basically Arputam. And just like Krishna, he ran away from the war. That has also become very wonderful, like Ranachor Rai, like they glorify Krishna. So like that, here also the same similar kind of a scene. Now the demon basically he had an excellent opportunity to strike the Lord, because right now the gada from the hand of Lord has fell down. Now the Hiranyaksha had a good opportunity, but what happened was na bhabade nirayudam. So Lord is basically right now nirayudam. So without any ayuda, he's just empty hands. So, but the demon is being a Kshatriya spirit, he is basically respecting Manayan Samrude Dharmam. So the Dharma, like the Kshatriya Dharma, he is respecting, because the Lord is Nirayudam. So he is not striking the Lord. He is just basically, on one hand, he is respecting Kshatriya Dharma. On the other hand, he is trying to kindle more anger, because he thinks he is more powerful than the Lord, So now you don't have any weapon, like he is just staring, basically without striking. So when this scene is basically evolving, the demigods, Lord Brahma, and all of the devatas witnessing this, they were basically they didn't like this scene. They were like, "Oh, what happened?" They were crying. Gods and rishis were basically there was a making a big sound, and then now in this scene, Lord is again witnessing Hiranyaksha, and he's saying, "Okay, this demon, he's even respecting the Kshatriya Dharma. I am right now Nirayadam, and he is not, striking. Okay, let me take another weapon. Let me take another Ayudam." So he is invoking the Sudarshan Chakra. Shunabam means Sudarshan Chakra. Sha Cha Ashmarat Vibhuhu. So Vibhuhu means the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Anu and Vibhu is the two words in Sanskrit. Like Anu is basically a living entity, and Vibhu is the Lord. So here Lord is addressed as Vibhu. So and then as the Sudarshan Chakra was revolving on the Lord's hand, now the Sudarshan Chakra kind of again reminded Hiranyaksha of the Vishnu form. So now you can imagine the Lord has taken a Varaha form. So, but the enmity between Hiranyaksha is basically Vishnu. He's a bitter enemy of Hari. So now seeing the Sudarshan Chakra again, it is invoking so much anger within him. And basically the whole little bit of history is also given in this verse. So this son of Diti is not none other than the chief attendants in Vaikuntha. They are very close to the Lord. So it says Swaparshada Mukhyena Vishajamanam. So Swaparshada means very close associates, Mukhyena, like very chief. So they are basically very close associates of the Lord in Vaikuntha planet. Now he has taken a form of Hiranyaksha in the womb of born of Diti. So, and then those who are witnessing the scene, they did not know this history of who is fighting, who is this Hiranyaksha. So they were all basically shouting for the victory of the Lord. So again, so when the Hiranyaksha saw the Lord with the Sudarshan Chakra, so and then the Lord is actually described here as Padma Palasha Lochana. So Padma Palasha Lochana is the lotus eyes, which is looking like a lotus petals. So this is how the Lord is looking, and he is basically with the Sudarshan Chakra. He's he's facing Hiranyaksha. Now the demon is basically so much anger is invoked in him, and now he's biting his lips. He's like hissing like a snake, and now he's again getting ready to strike. So the demon So with his gada again, he is basically hitting. Here it's mentioned that ato asiti ahanat harim. So at is basically striking. He's saying that looking at Hari, and then he's about to strike, and he's also shouting. Now, so here Maitreya Rishi is saying, again, is addressing Vidura. Now is saying, "Oh Vidura." Now Lord Varaha, who is also called Yajna Shukaraha. Yajna Shukaraha means the one who um, enjoys all the offerings of the devotees, offering of the Brahmanas. Yajna Shukaraha, Bhagavan Yajna Shukaraha. So now the Lord, as the Hiranyaksha was striking, now the Lord took a superior position. So he stopped playing and everything. This scene is basically, you can, in the worldly, material world comparison, you can kind of take this like a play between a cat and a mouse. If you've seen cat and a mouse, the cat kind of plays with the mouse. Sometimes it releases, and then sometimes it catches. So for the mouse, it is like a death situation. For the cat, it's just like a play. So when it is releases, people might think, okay, now the cat is tired or something. So similarly, it's a worldly example, but Supreme Lord is always powerful. He is Vibhu, but still he's playing, and now he stopped playing. So now he just kicked the gada just with his left leg, left foot, and he was very surprising for Hiranyaksha. Um, so and here. So it is mentioned Leelaya. So Leelaya, like Leelaya Misataha Satru. So Satru is the enemy, Hiranyaksha. So basically, Lord is basically playing, he's just kicking with his left foot. The Gada fell down. And now the Lord is kind of taking even a superior position in saying that, okay, now your Gada fell down. Aha, aha cha ayudam adatswa. So your ayudam has fell down. Please take it up. So now he's giving one more chance. Okay, and you want to fight again? And just like Jarasandha, Krishna gave so many times, 17 times he gave opportunity. Okay, go back and come again, go back and come again. So now similarly, Lord is giving one more opportunity. So the demon again took another opportunity. Again, he took his gada and then tried to loudly roar and tried to strike the Lord again. So here, so what happened was when the Lord saw the mace coming, the gada is coming toward him again. He just this time he didn't even kick it. He just caught hold of the gada with his hand. So now here is again mentioned as Jagraha Leelaya Praptim. So again, he just easily caught, just like a Garuda is catching a serpent. So the example is given as like the Garuda is catching a serpent. Very easily, he just caught hold of the Gada. And now the Lord is, basically looking. So this example is again can be many pastimes. Even Lord Rama, when he destroyed the weapon of Ravana, he just said, "Okay, you go now and come back later tomorrow. Just go." Like that, he gives one more chance. So similarly here, the Lord is actually giving many chances to Hiranyaksha. He's basically playing. Um, so now at the last verse for today, verse number 12. So Paurusha Pratihate. So now the Paurusham, the pride of the demon is completely destroyed. He felt very, very humiliated. He was, Hatamano Maha Ashura. So Mano, like the pride, and also his his valor, everything is destroyed. He got frustrated. And here it said Maha Ashuraha, like he's a, he's a, not just Ashura, he's Maha Ashura, like he's a great demon. Now he's feeling very humiliated. So for a like contrasting picture here, like for a normal person, humiliation is, it may not affect so much, but for such a great demon, he just, completely like as if he already died kind of a situation. So now, because he doesn't have any weapon, his gada was taken by the Lord. He doesn't want to take back this gada from the Lord. He was basically standing with humiliation, is basically a death before death. So for a Kshatriya to face the situation like this is actually a death. So now the Lord is, the fighting scene will continue from here on. So again, we can see this very wonderful pastime between Varaha and Hiranyaksha. So Lord is always superior, but sometimes he takes a position of humble position of an opponent who is actually lower than the Daityas, but he's always in a superior position in the fighting. So Hare Krishna. This concludes today's verse. Yeah, thank you so much, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you
Prabhuji.
so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna,
Sundarananda
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji could not, like, he joined another class, so he just
Okay,
asked me to end the call. Thank
sure,
you so much,
Mataji.
Prabhuji. That was a wonderful class. Thank you to all the devotees for joining the class. Let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji and all the devotees. Vansha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Granted Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Sri Krishna Das Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Excuse me. May I know, like, who is Maitreyi saint, or who is Maitreyi?
Maitreya Rishi, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Maitreya Rishi, the Bhagavatam right now, the conversation between Maitreya and Vidura is going on.
Right.
So the Maitreya Rishi is lineage is from Brahma. So Brahma basically creates this universe. When he creates this universe, he creates Saptarishis, like Narada Muni is the direct son of Brahmaji.
Right.
So in that
Fortunately,
lineage, yeah, yes, Mata.
sorry, fortunately, my name is Maitreyi, but from my parents gave this name according to this. Earlier, there were Gargi and Maitreyi, learned lady, and they were wives of Yagnavalkya. So I thought, then I was confused this time. So that's why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah, the Maitreya Rishi, his lineage is there.
From
Basically,
Brahmaji.
the Brahmaji is all the whole creation happens through Brahmaji. Lord Vishnu, he's the primary creator. Lord Brahma is a secondary creator. So
Okay.
Brahma uses the energy of Lord Vishnu to bring up this creation. So in this
Right.
creation, there are several steps that happens. So in the step where so he creates, and Narada Muni also comes from Brahma's mana, like mind. So he is very powerful sage, and similarly the other sages also appear from Brahma. So Maitreya Rishi is one of that lineage, and he is also a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. So when Krishna departs from this planet, Maitreya Rishi actually meets Lord Krishna. He also meets several other devotees of Lord Krishna. So from that perspective, Maitreya Rishi's words emanating from his mouth is it's pure devotion for the Lord. All of these pastimes he is elaborating to Vidura.
Oh, beautiful. Wow. Thank you so very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you for wonderful answer, Prabhuji. So let's end our call, Prabhuji, with your permission.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare
Hare
Krishna. Thank you all, devotees.